This is WNEP TV 16, the news station. Now, Nolan Johannes, Karen Harsh, Jack Ruland in Skycam 16, meteorologist Tom Clark with his backyard forecast, and Tim Carlson Sports. This is Newswatch 16.
The big top is up, and the circus is on tonight in Luzerne County. Yesterday, we told you that some insurance problems could cancel the Toby Tyler Circus in Hanover Township. Well, that's all changed today, and now Newswatch 16's Joe Ducey is at the circus to tell us the very latest. Joe?
Well, Nolan, after questions about safety, about liability insurance, questions that almost ended the circus before it began, the circus is underway here in Hanover Township. The safety questions were answered, proof of liability insurance was received, and now the big top is filled with people here to see a three-ring circus. Some are here to see the animal shows, some to watch the acrobats perform. A little while ago, the clowns came out. Right now, it looks like the jugglers are providing the entertainment here under the big top. A few of these people tonight say they have any questions about their safety.
I think we're all concerned about safety, but they're putting seats in tonight instead of bleachers. And that's why I came, and they had their insurance renewed, so I'm here.
I think they will use every precaution. We're not worried about that. As long as the children have fun, I think they should bring it into the area more often.
All right. What do you like about the circus here?
Oh, no. I like to see the animals.
Animals?
And the cotton candy.
Now, some of the major safety questions were answered where the circus decided to use these folding chairs that the people are sitting on here instead of the bleachers that they normally use. Those bleachers collapsed at 2 Toby Tyler shows in the last 6 weeks, leaving a number of people injured. So the people here are now concentrating on having a good time. The next show is at 8 o'clock, and I hear that there are still tickets available. Joe Ducey, Newswatch 16, live in Hanover Township. Nolan.
Thank you, Joe. Liability insurance is dampening the fuse on some 4th of July fireworks displays. Newswatch 16's Bob Costantini reports for Schuylkill and Northumberland counties, the problem means there will be less lights.
The skyrocketing cost of liability insurance has hit second base, the spot where Ashland Little League sets off a couple $100s worth of fireworks each year. But now the borough requires the Little League to have liability insurance in case of accident.
It would cost us between $2,000 to $2,500. And we here at the Little League do not have that kind of cash.
The situation looks pretty dim, and right now it appears this is the only kind of legal fireworks that will be going off in Ashland this year. The top of this giant comb bank is launch pad for Shamokin's annual fireworks, which can be seen many miles around.
We have to pay about 3 times more for the coverage. And what we did to compensate was we actually reduced the show a little bit.
The Citizens Fireworks Committee raises money year-round for the 4th of July display. The company that puts on the show is paid in installments. But the Citizens Group lost money set aside for insurance this year when a recent pro wrestling fundraiser flopped. Even so, they're going ahead with the show as part of the deal with the fireworks company.
Smaller shows, you're responsible for the insurance. With our shows being the size they are, usually we can get the fireworks company to full contract with the liability insurance included.
The Citizens Group will have to shell out an additional $2,400 for liability insurance from the money it expects to raise here. But that's $2,400 less of the rockets' red glare and bombs bursting in air over this city. Bob Costantini, Newswatch 16, Shamokin.
The first part of several $1 million in flood aid slated for Lackawanna County is expected to be used very soon. The city has approved its first project for Wintermantle Avenue in East Scranton. $44,000 in federal money will be used here to clean up the mess left behind by Hurricane Gloria last September. That storm created this ditch that neighbors say matches the famous Archibald pothole. A closed landfill in Wayne County might not be closed for very long. The owner, afraid his land will be filled up fast, closed the Rosencrantz landfill to all outside dumpers. Now, as Newswatch 16's Mark Annick reports, there might be a temporary solution.
One landfill closed, Wayne and Pike garbage men are trucking their garbage elsewhere. Some are taking it to the Keystone landfill in Dunmore. That's what Randy Koenig was doing today, while DER was getting ready to sit down with Rosencrantz.
You're not going to have a chance to go to that meeting. If you could go, what would you like to tell those folks?
Do what you have to do. It's that simple.
What the two sides and state representatives have to do is iron out a permit so Rosencrantz can expand. Everyone sat down today in Scranton, but it may not be that simple.
We think we can reach a final decision by the the month of August, in the month of August.
Rosencrantz officials have been waiting for a yes or no decision from DER since they submitted their expansion plans last November. The August date didn't make them or legislators very happy.
Why is this taking so long? When you've had these discussions, you've sat down and you've gone over and over and over the things that are needed.
I agree with Representative Berlman. Somebody's dragging their feet.
DER says it's giving the Rosencrantz case highest priority, but they need time to sort it all out before saying yes or no. Now, DER and Rosencrantz will sit down again sometime next week. It's then that they'll talk about something called an emergency transfer station. It's something of a temporary drop-off spot at Rosencrantz where Wayne and Pike garbage men could bring their garbage while the permit's being worked out. Trucks would then take the garbage from Rosencrantz to another landfill. There are no guarantees, but both sides are saying they'll look at it. I'm Mark Hennick, Newswatch 16. Nolan?
Thank you, Mark. And the weekend weather watch is next with our chief meteorologist, Tom Clark. Well, Tom, do we have a clear picture of what's going to happen?
We do, Nolan.
Wonderful.
And I know you're dying to get out and cut your lawn and get it tan this weekend.
Absolutely.
Okay, we'll talk about what's coming up the next couple days, and I'll talk about a day of short shadows when we come back. You're watching Newswatch 16 on WNEP TV, and we're proud to serve Lock Haven and all of Clinton County.
Hi, did you know that McDonald's has a great money-saving offer on film? So if you like to take vacation shots, or close-ups, or pictures like my father takes, you can save a lot of money, because you can get a roll of Scotch color print film, 35mm, 110, or disc for only 59 cents plus tax. Only 59 cents at McDonald's with the purchase of any breakfast entree or large sandwich after 4 p.m. At these prices, you better snap it up at McDonald's.
Rocky Glen Park, I'm really crazy about your wild ride.
Why don't you bet?
Rocky Glen Park, the #1 in family fun.
Fun, you bet!
Rocky Glen Park is now open 6 days a week, Tuesday through Sunday, with over 30 rides and attractions, including the new Nightmare Castle. And weekdays after 5, it's free admission and ride on the rides for only $3.50. Rocky Glen Park, exit 50 off 81.
Rocky Glen Park, I really love the way you feel.
The Music Fire Company's parade is scheduled for tomorrow night, beginning at 7. The parade was postponed last night because of rain. Today at noon, we told you it was rescheduled for tonight. The Music Fire Company's parade has been rescheduled for tomorrow night, and we apologize for any noon-hour confusion. And let's right now go to the weather outside with our chief meteorologist, Tom Clark. I'll bet it feels nice out there tonight, Tom.
Oh, it feels great, Nolan. Nice and cool with low humidity once again. A few dark cumulus clouds overhead, but I don't expect any rain this evening. We'll get to the weekend weather watch, but let's check in with some weather watchers now. I want to begin out in Peckville, and that's where Dave Leonard lives, and he has a reading of 75 and a bit windy up there yet this evening. Steve Ferreira in Lock Haven, 77 degrees at his place, and Sam Wolf reports 74 in Northumberland. Our reading here in the backyard under a partly cloudy sky is 72. Humidity 47%, that's nice and low. The wind northeast at 16, and the barometer now at 30.02 and holding steady. Our range and temp here today, 74 and 60. 79 is normal for this time of year. 95 back in 53, the record high. We had some hail in thunderstorms here in Avoca a year ago today. High temperature 71 degrees. And there's a view today from Ashland showing the Mother's Monument in downtown area there. Okay, tomorrow afternoon at precisely 12:30, the sun's direct rays will strike the earth at the farthest point north of the equator. And that marks the summer solstice, the beginning of astronomical summer. That's the day when the sun makes its longest path across the sky. And at noon tomorrow, the sun will be at its highest point, about 72 degrees above the horizon. And it marks the day when the shadows are the shortest all year long. So summer on its way, and we have great weather to mark the occasion. Look at the satellite view. A lot of thunderstorms down over Florida, but another dose of Canadian air coming down with that high. It'll move very slowly to the southeast because there's a storm offshore that's going to kind of block its forward motion, and so it'll be around to guarantee a dry weekend right through Sunday. Heavy thunderstorms out there. One town in the eastern part of South Dakota picked up 4.5 inches of rain in just 90 minutes. Tonight, plenty of moonshine overhead. The full strawberry moon comes tomorrow night. It'll look almost full tonight, though. The stars twinkling overhead. Canton, 48. Matamoros, about 50 tomorrow morning. Mahanoy City, about 49. It'll be getting nippy, about 50 in Lock Haven, and the breeze tonight from the north at 5 to 12. Here's the sunrise time for the first day of summer, 5:30. Longest day of the year, 8:40 is your sunset tomorrow evening. Okay, these clouds will dissipate overnight tonight, and it'll be a clear night, 49, 76 tomorrow. Beautiful, clear day, sunny skies, low humidity. A bit warmer on Sunday, but still comfortable. Sunny skies. Monday, more humid. Thunderstorms breaking out once again by Tuesday. Nolan, looks delightful.
All right, Tom. We'll see you in the update. The Sports Watch is next with Tim Carlson and the latest word on the death of basketball star Len Bias, plus the players and coaches getting ready for the annual Unico charity football game. Tim Carlson has the very latest in baseball's fates and fortunes.
I'll tell you, this is every week it's something different. Tony La Russa is out as manager of the Chicago White Sox. He got the word late last night after the team returned from a road trip on which they lost 5 of 6 games. La Russa's release as manager is hardly a surprise because of the team's poor performance and his on-again, off-again relationship with general manager Ken Harrelson. The fact is, Harrelson never really wanted to keep La Russa as the Sox manager when he took over the front office job last fall. He almost canned La Russa last month, but instead offered a vote of confidence. La Russa had little to say after finding out he was gone.
I'd give a reaction and make some comments tomorrow. So, you know, our best shot today is that I hope the club wins tonight, and I'll talk about my situation tomorrow.
La Russa won 523 games while losing 510 with the Sox. He won a divisional title back in '83, only to lose to Baltimore in the playoffs. His successor will most likely be Jim Fregosi, currently manager of the Louisville Cardinals.
I want to get back to the big leagues. This is my 4th year here in Louisville, and there's one place to manage, and that's in the big leagues. And this time, maybe it'll be an opportunity for me to get back.
The White Sox will hold a news conference in Chicago in just a few minutes to officially announce the managerial changes. Well, if you think summertime is just for baseball, think again. This coming Thursday, football will be the order of the night as the senior all-stars from the Wyoming Valley High School Conference play the 35th annual Unico game. John Evans stopped by the team's practices to find out how the players and coaches feel about being a part of this great charity classic.
12 curl out, on color. Blue!
It's the game that these players have heard about all their lives. The Unico game. The best of the East against the best from the West. It's the Wyoming Valley Conference version of the NFL All-Star game.
You have to be simple. You know, we're going to try to run about 5 or 6 running plays and about 6 or 8 passing plays, and that's, you know, in 10 days, that's about what you can get done, and try to find out the right guys that should be on offense and right guys on defense. It'd be nice to have that kind of talent on your team all the time.
A big part of it is trying to keep everybody happy. You know, like you said, everybody's used to being the star of their team, and getting them all together at one time, it's a great idea, but it is pretty tough trying to keep everybody satisfied with their jobs.
The big winner in this game will be the charity. It's not like a Friday night during high school football season where a win or a loss could determine a championship. It's basically done for fun.
It's a lot of fun. You know, you meet a lot of guys that during the year, you know, you're playing against and you don't like them, and then you come here and you make a lot of good friends.
Although this is more of a fun game than these kids are used to playing in high school, they are high school kids, and there is a pride factor involved. These kids at Unico West think they can beat the kids down here at Unico East. And the funny thing is, the kids down here feel the exact same way.
We have big linemen, we have some good backs, we have some real fast receivers. I feel that we can easily win this game. I think we can take it to them early and often.
Go out and get them, because we're ready to play.
You're telling them to watch out up the other side, right?
Well, I don't want to say watch out. You know, we're coming to play. Let them be ready to play.
Kickoff is at 8 o'clock Thursday night at Wyoming Valley West Stadium in Kingston. John Evans, Sports Watch 16, Luzerne County.
Police in Maryland have made a statement concerning the death of All-American basketball star Len Bias. Here's what they had to say just a few minutes ago.
We have no evidence in this case of any kind of foul play up to this point. We have no indication that drugs attributed to his death. And as I say, we will have to wait for the official finding of the state medical examiner.
Finding from the state medical examiner could take at least a week. More tonight on the update, plus, of course, baseball highlights.
All right, Tim.
See you later.
See you then. And when Newswatch 16 continues, we'll tell you who's sprucing up those things drivers hate and dogs love.
It's time for National Frigidaire Week, when you win big savings, so tear into your nearest dealer.
You won't want to miss the savings at Hartzell's Appliance and R.B. White's.
Well, everybody's got the notion, and now they're on their way. Having fun because they're driving a brand new Chevrolet.
If you haven't bought your new Chevy car or truck, time is running out on the lowest finance rates ever. 5.9 on Chevettes and S10 pickups, and 6.9 on most other Chevys like Celebrity, Cavalier, and Camaro. So now, right now is the time to buy your new Chevy.
Yeah, Chevy dealers got what you're looking for.
Finally tonight, Fido notwithstanding, things are looking up these days for the lowly fire hydrant. At least in Scranton, that is. Art students and their teachers from Scranton schools are volunteering to spruce up about 1,000 of the city's hydrants with some decorative and original paintings.
They want to beautify the city of Scranton. They came up with their own designs. They saw these fire plugs look terrible, and they just wanted to do something about it.
The creative crews will be out into the summer until their volunteer art project is completed. And it's starting to look real nice. That's Newswatch 16 for a Friday. Be sure to join us tonight on The Update, when we'll be telling you why some people say history is taking a backseat to progress in our area. World News Tonight is next. For the team, including Karen, who has the night off, thank you for joining us, and enjoy your evening.
See news in the making, Newswatch 16 wants to hear from you. Call 1-800-533-NEWS, toll free from anywhere in Pennsylvania. Call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. 1-800-533-NEWS.